You ready? What are you doing? Good help is so hard to find. Hello, Incredible One. I am Darnyelle Jervey, and I'm so excited to welcome you to Incredible Factor TV. Now, if you ask me, this is the place you must be if you want to learn optimization strategies to make your life and business an incredible one. Every week, we take a question from someone on community, and let's see who we're talking to this week. This week, we are talking to Jennifer. We've got a lot of J's this time around. All right. Hi, Darnyelle. One of the things I love about you is that you have made your story your power source, and it inspires and it fuels others as well as your efforts. How can you help someone who desperately needs to stop giving their past permission to speak do just that? Jennifer, okay. So thank you first and foremost for asking your question. I read this quote the other day, and I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm actually going to read it to you. It says, "The life you live is created by the story you tell." The life you live is created by the story you tell. So the simple answer to your question is stop telling the story. Shift the vantage point of your story. So right now you're likely telling the story from the victim vantage point, but I want you to shift and tell it from the victor vantage point. Now, I am very transparent. I do share my background and the obstacles that I've been successful in overcoming as a part of who I am, as a part of my brand. But please don't think that I just woke up one day and that was the truth. That is not the case. I have done my work for years. In fact, I have been on and off, sometimes more on than off. I've been seeing a therapist for over 20 years. Now look, my background is pretty jacked up. I come from some crazy stuff. So I didn't just wake up one day and could tell the story without the emotion. It took time, it took lots of work. It took forgiving myself and forgiving those who created the story for me. And I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing. So if you need help and guidance in that realm, definitely seek out a mental health professional, a therapist, someone who will be able to help you position and reposition the way that you're telling the story. And then I think the other thing that's really important is you've got to make a non-negotiable decision that where you were is not the key to going where you desire to go. And you have to let the past be the past. Only use the past from the vantage point of being able to share so that you might help someone else break through to the next level. It takes time to be able to do that. I don't think that you'll just, again, wake up tomorrow and be ready to tell the story in a different way. But I would encourage you to seek out some support, get a journal, think about how you'd much rather tell the story. What's the story needing to be in order to give you the power to fuel yourself into action and do the things that you need to do, and start by doing those things. What I know for sure is that 9 times out of 10, the answer is inside of us. We may need someone else to help us to unleash or unearth the answer, but we already know the answer. So I'm going to encourage you to do what you know to do. Stop telling the story. Decide that you want to rewrite your story and say something new and position yourself differently, and that will be the beginning of starting that. Now, you'll want to join me for the after party, which goes down on our blog at IncredibleOneEnterprises.com, because I will share a little bit more insight into the process as I see it. Now, I'm not a therapist. I don't play one on television, so I'm certainly not trying to circumvent the importance of that role for you, but I will encourage you to start with these steps, and then from there decide what else you might need, because the best of you has yet to come. You haven't even seen it yet. And if you start telling the story from a different vantage point, not only will you see it, but you'll live it in full color. And that is truly what I desire for you, Jennifer. Now I want to hear from you. What's your 2 cents? Do you have a crazy jacked up story that is maybe either currently keeping you stuck or used to keep you stuck, but now you've gotten past it? What are some of the things that you did to get the help that you needed to move that story from a victim's vantage point to a victor's vantage point? How can you help people like Jennifer in our community get to the other side so that they can experience the best that life has to offer? I can't wait to hear you share your 2 cents when you join us on our blog for the after party, which happens immediately following this episode at IncredibleOneEnterprises.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, do me a favor and subscribe. You can do it right here by hitting the subscribe key. Then then go ahead, use social media to share with your friends, fans, and followers. If you have a question that you'd love to have me ask to get my 2 cents on it, go right now to askdarnyelle.com. I would love to answer your question and feature you on an upcoming episode of Incredible Factor TV. This has been Darnyelle A. Jervey from Incredible Factor TV saying be better, be stronger, and more than anything, be incredible. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care.